Hello and welcome. It's Susan, and this is your moment we call Treasure Chest Tuesday, and we are coming to the end of 2022. And in this time, it is a time for you to reflect, go inward, expand, go outward, and deepen your connection, expand your connection. There is so much to put attention on. And that can be a little bit overwhelming to us. Where do we put our attention at this time of year? Here we are at the 12-12 Gateway, it's called. It has a lot of implications of opening in the heavens to influence us. Then we have the solstice on the 21st, another big influence of opening. And then we have Christmas, Hanukkah. We have so many holy days and so much activity at this time of year. Magic, creation, you name it, it's all in the cards for this time of year, and lots of activity and connection to family, friends, and beautiful celebration. So I'm going to start with a quote today to land us in the true place that we want to be for this holiday season. This is by a man named Hamilton Wright Mabie. Blessed is the season which engages the whole world in a conquest of love. Blessed is the season. The whole world is in this conquest of love. Just to remind us of the very core of what this is all about, this beautiful season. Now, with all of these openings going on and also endings, yes, we are to look at review 2022. Yes, we are to open to what's happening for 2023. Whoa, it can feel like a bit of a shuffle. So we're going to focus on this aspect of love that's called your beautiful sacred heart space. I've talked about this numerous times, but we want to create an exercise today, a meditation, to help you be able to be more in that space so that you can get to the very essence of this season in a quick way. So there's the magic and the outgoing. I find myself, and I'm not alone as I talk to various people, I'm not alone at all with how exciting it is to be what you might say in the magic of the season, which relates to the magic of the energy field that is emerging. We could call it post-pandemic. Some people would say we're still in the pandemic, but there's still a new magic happening that we want to take advantage of. And I encourage that. At the same time, there's a sense of sacred presence, of deepening capacity to draw inward and really release anything that doesn't serve us and find a deeper place of receptivity to spirit and heart and love. So it is up to us to find uniquely what inspires us, what motivates us in the moment. And it can move around. In one moment, it's about giving. Another moment, it's about being at peace in ourselves. In another moment, it's the joy of the season. And in another moment, it's the, oh my God, this trigger is coming up that I need to honor because it's the end of year clearance and things are going to come up. And oh my gosh, I need to start getting in touch with what it is I want to create for 2023. See all the different factors that are going on? So come into your heart for a moment. And if you can't do this little exercise now, that's okay. You can come back to it anytime. This is it's about 4 minutes in on the video, if that's helpful. Okay? So what you're going to do is to put attention on your heart. It's your sacred heart. It's about behind your emotional heart. So make sure when you put your attention on your heart, you go a little deeper than you might think of doing, okay? When you go into that space, feel Ask your heart, what is it you'd like to share with me today? It may not come in words. It may be just a sensation. It's a way for you to come into that space. What do you have to share with me today? So you're in that sense of magic, awe, and wonder as you go into your heart space. You're allowing your heart to go into the space of wonder and awe so that you may touch into something magical that is moving for your creation. Now, as you go into that space, you can think of something you love or appreciate, or something that's magical to you about this time of year. Maybe it's just snow, the magic of snow falling. And then what you're going to do is put your hands out and put attention on something that you want to create. We are grand creators. Put attention on something you want to create. Maybe it's for 2023. Maybe it's for the season. It's so important that anything we want to create has inspiration and motivation behind it. And the heart has the energy because it's connected to our guidance, the universe of love. It's a sanctuary for us to be able to bring our creation into, to ignite it in a brave, strong kind of way when you're in that depth of heart. So feel what you want to create. Bring it into your heart space. Maybe it's a word. Maybe it is a whole new way of being. Bring it as an essence. Okay? If you were to be able to open up to more of something that you want to create, the essence of that would be freedom maybe, or quality of life, or health, well-being, or love. Bring that into your heart. Hold it in that sanctuary. And till it starts to feel as though it glows, it gets warmer, maybe you get a message, just know that your heart is connecting to it. It's a beautiful practice to do throughout the day. What would you like to share with me, heart? So you learn how to go into your heart, because this season can be all about what I need to do, what has to happen, what's going on, all of that. What is breathing in my heart, bubbling in my heart, bursting in my heart to come back to that space? And now what do I want to put attention on? Maybe for the next few hours, maybe for the next half hour. Do I need to have a quiet space right now? And you can say, well, I'm way too busy for a quiet space. Do I need to create some sacred moment of prayer? Or do I need to see some lights? Or what is it that you need to focus on? Listen to your heart, for it is holding the conspiracy for love and the joy and the awe and the wonder that this season heralds in for us to take advantage of. So I greet you in this beautiful blessing of the amazing nature of the opening of this season. And remember, there are so many opportunities that 2023 wants to open for you. It's about your path and purpose opening up. Whew, after a lot of time of feeling like it had to be in hold for a long time, your path and purpose holding up, expanding and being held sacred within you. So one of the things I have that's coming up is the fifth, I believe it is, Soul Mastery Spiritual Coaching Training. And it is a time for you to expand your path, your purpose, and your capacity to get a better feel for what it is you want to contribute from your soul dimension. And I was speaking to somebody the other day about it, and they were asking me a little about it, and they said, oh, I need to do more work before I'm ready for that. Well, the fun part is when we're doing the so-called work of moving into who you are as a soul, it's naturally going to resolve and dissolve the old patterns. So when you step into saying, I want to be more on purpose with my soul, I want to be more aligned with its gifts and strengths and purposes, and the capacity for my soul to guide my contribution and my beautiful heart, of course, when you're in that space, then things fall away. So you don't have to come into the year, you don't have to come into something like the Soul Mastery Spiritual Coaching Training being perfect and ready to launch. It's a time for you to open to what is possible for you, open to every level, and so much happens that releases the old, so you will be ready. It's a process always. So that's just one example. You are ready now for what you want to create, for the magic, the awe, the wonder, and the deep-seated heart space to receive the blessing of your soul, its guidance, and all that the universe has in store for you. May this season be a beautiful blessing of the ecstasy of love for you now.